When you picture a chicken, what comes to mind? A farm animal, clucking and pecking in a dusty yard? Maybe just a source of breakfast eggs or a Sunday roast. It's an image of simplicity, of something ordinary. But what if I told you that this humble bird is a living, breathing dinosaur, a direct descendant of the most fearsome predators to ever walk the earth? That's right. The chicken in your backyard carries the legacy of giants. Prepare to see this everyday bird in a way you never have before, as we unravel an epic tale of survival, transformation, and power that spans over 150 million years. This is the incredible untold story of the dinosaur in your coop. The story begins in the late Jurassic period, a world ruled by colossal beasts. Among them was a group of two-legged carnivores known as theropods. This group included the infamous Tyrannosaurus rex, the swift velociraptor, and their smaller feathered cousins. These weren't just scaly monsters. Paleontological evidence shows many theropods were covered in primitive feathers. Initially, these feathers weren't for flight. They served as insulation, keeping these warm-blooded dinosaurs active and agile. They were also used for display, with vibrant colors and patterns to attract mates or intimidate rivals, much like modern birds. As millions of years passed, a specific lineage of these feathered theropods began a remarkable transformation. Their bodies started to shrink, a process called miniaturization. Heavy, dense bones became lighter and hollow, a crucial prerequisite for flight. Their long, bony tails shortened into a fused structure called a pygostyle, which would later support tail feathers for steering. Their snouts, once filled with sharp teeth, gradually evolved into beaks. This wasn't a single event, but a slow evolutionary dance over countless generations. One of the most famous links in this chain is Archaeopteryx, a creature with feathered wings like a bird, but also teeth and a long tail like a dinosaur. It was a snapshot of evolution in action. The cataclysm that wiped out the giant dinosaurs 66 million years ago was a turning point. While the titans perished, some of the smaller avian dinosaurs survived. Their small size, fast metabolism, and ability to fly, or at least glide, allowed them to find food and shelter in a devastated world. These survivors were the ancestors of every bird on Earth today. Over the next several millennia, they diversified, filling the empty skies and landscapes, evolving into the 10,000 different bird species we know, from the massive ostrich to the tiny hummingbird. And among them, one family, the Phasianidae, which includes pheasants, partridges, and junglefowl, would give rise to our protagonist. Our focus now shifts to the dense, humid jungles of Southeast Asia, the native habitat of a strikingly beautiful bird, the red junglefowl. With its glossy, iridescent feathers, fiery red comb, and confident strut, this wild bird is the undisputed ancestor of all domesticated chickens. For thousands of years, the red junglefowl lived a life dictated by instinct. They foraged on the forest floor for seeds, insects, and fruits, always vigilant. They are incredibly wary birds. At the slightest sign of danger, a rustle in the undergrowth, or a shadow from above, they would burst into a short, explosive flight, seeking refuge in the high branches of trees where they roost at night. Their social structure is complex, based on a strict pecking order within small flocks. This wild spirit is the genetic foundation upon which our modern chicken is built. About 8,000 years ago, our human ancestors encountered the red junglefowl. The story of domestication isn't as simple as just capturing birds for food. Initially, it's believed they were revered for their courage and used in cockfighting, a practice that spread across Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. They were also valued for their ability to crow at dawn, serving as a natural alarm clock. Only later did their potential for providing a consistent source of meat and eggs become a primary focus. Humans began to selectively breed them, choosing individuals that were calmer, laid more eggs, and grew faster. This artificial selection was a powerful evolutionary force. The wild, flighty junglefowl slowly transformed into a more docile, manageable bird. This brings us to a specific remarkable result of this long journey: the Baladi chicken. The word Baladi in Arabic means local, native, or of the country. It's not a standardized breed in the Western sense, but rather a landrace, a variety shaped by the specific environment and traditional farming practices of the Middle East and North Africa. The Baladi chicken is a living testament to natural adaptation. Unlike industrial breeds confined to cages, the Baladi is a free-range forager. It spends its days exploring, scratching the earth for worms and seeds, and chasing after insects. This active lifestyle is a throwback to its jungle-fowl ancestors. Watching a flock of Baladi chickens is like observing a miniature prehistoric ecosystem. They are masters of survival. Their senses are incredibly sharp, with eyes that can see in a wider spectrum of color than our own, including ultraviolet light. They can spot predators and food sources with astonishing precision. Their hearing is tuned to the subtle sounds of their environment. They are not the defenseless birds we might imagine. A mother hen will fiercely protect her chicks, puffing up her feathers and charging at anything she perceives as a threat, whether it's a cat, a snake, or even a human. And they are surprisingly fast. An adult Baladi can sprint at speeds up to 15 kilometers per hour, a burst of reptilian speed inherited from its theropod lineage. Let's take a closer look under the hood. The Baladi's biology is a marvel of efficiency. Its digestive system is designed for a varied diet. It has a crop, a small pouch in the esophagus, where food is stored and softened before moving to the stomach. More importantly, it has a gizzard, a muscular organ filled with tiny stones or grit that the chicken intentionally swallows. This gizzard grinds down hard seeds and tough insect exoskeletons, effectively chewing the food since the chicken has no teeth. Another direct link to its avian dinosaur ancestors, who also used gizzard stones or gastroliths. This system allows the Baladi to extract nutrients from a wide range of natural food sources, making it incredibly self-sufficient. Now, let's contrast this with the reality of modern industrial chicken farming. Commercial breeds like the Cobb 500 or Ross 308 have been hyper-selected for one thing: rapid growth. They are raised in densely packed indoor facilities, often with no access to sunlight or the outdoors. Their lives are short, typically just 6 weeks, during which they grow to market weight at an unnatural pace. While this system produces cheap meat efficiently, it comes at a cost to the animal's welfare, and many would argue the quality of the final product. The traditional farming of Baladi chickens offers a starkly different picture. Here, the focus is on resilience and harmony with the environment. Baladi chickens are slow growing. It can take them 4 to 6 months to reach the same size that an industrial broiler reaches in 6 weeks. This slower growth allows their bodies to develop naturally. Their muscles get a daily workout from roaming and foraging, resulting in meat that is leaner, firmer, and has a much richer, more complex flavor. This is the difference between an athlete and an individual leading a sedentary life. The nutritional benefits are also significant. Because of their varied, natural diet, the meat and eggs from Baladi chickens are often higher in beneficial nutrients. Studies have shown that free-range eggs can contain more omega-3 fatty acids, more vitamin E, and more beta-carotene. The meat is also leaner, with a better fat profile. You are, quite literally, what you eat, and a Baladi chicken eats a diverse, natural diet. This translates into a more flavorful and nutritious meal for us. Choosing Baladi isn't just a culinary choice. It is a vote for a more sustainable and humane way of farming that respects the animal as natural instincts. So the next time you see a chicken, pause for a moment. Look past the clucking and the feathers. See the sharp, observant eyes that are constantly scanning the environment. Notice the scaly legs and the 3-toed feet, so similar to the fossilized tracks of its ancient relatives. See the quick, darting movements, a ghost of a predator's agility. You're not looking at a simple farm animal. You are looking at a survivor, a creature whose lineage weathered the asteroid, outlasted the ice ages, and adapted to a world dominated by humans. From a fearsome theropod, hunting in the prehistoric jungles, to the red jungle fowl evading predators in Southeast Asia, and finally to the resilient baladi chicken thriving in a village yard, it's a journey of unimaginable scale. It's a story of evolution, adaptation, and the untamed spirit of a dinosaur that lives on, right in our own backyards. The ordinary chicken is, in fact, truly extraordinary. Thank you for joining us on this incredible evolutionary journey. If you found this story as fascinating as we do, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the wonders of the natural world. See you next time.